We're here at Comerica Park, and today we just spoke to AJ Hinch about developing a relationship and trust between the catcher and the pitcher, and how Tariq Skubal and Jake Rogers' relationship has become so good over the course of the season.
This is not a spring training relationship or something that's new. These guys have played together throughout the minors and they're breaking in at the same time, and we talk about young players coming up at the same time. But you can't substitute trust. Like, you either have it or you don't. And you can see with the way the games are called for Tariq, he has immense trust in Jake behind the plate.
You talk about trust. How do you encourage other pitchers to develop that same kind of trusting relationship with your catcher?
Yeah, so you need experience together. You need to go through games. I mean, there's only so much you can practice on the side that doesn't have the intensity of the game, the feedback, the failure, the success, the tough pitch calls, the disagreements, the banter in the dugout. I mean, you need all of that. So we mix and match as much as we can. Our goal is to have our pitchers feel completely comfortable, and they do.
Tonight, the Tigers take on the Washington Nationals at 6:40 p.m. Reese Olson is starting for the Tigers, and the game looks to be a hot one. In Comerica Park, I'm Ella Pierzecki, Local 4. Hey everyone, I'm here at the Detroit Riverfront where I just participated in a Zumba class that took my breath away. Today we are here for our Get Fit for Life event, and we have so much going on. We have a Zumba class, we have a carousel, and we are just encouraging everyone to stay healthy. Earlier today we went on a 1-mile walk, and I spoke with some people about why walking is so important to them. I am here at the Detroit Grand Prix on the pad where all the action is happening. It's a super exciting environment where you can hear the drivers behind you, you can see the action. If you have a ticket, you can come check out this action and even meet some of the drivers. Hey everyone, we're here in the Pontiac Cooling Center because it is hot outside, 94 degrees outside right now, and for reference, it's 85 degrees in Miami. We're collecting donations until 6 p.m. tonight. For now, in Detroit, I'm Ella Pierzecki, Local 4. We are here at the Selfridge Air Show. Behind me here is a KC-135, and it holds 200,000 pounds of fuel. It's absolutely massive. If you come to the air show today, you can come for free and check this out, in addition to a ton of other planes up close in person. The Detroit Parks Coalition is announcing their summer programming schedule today, and it is a beautiful day outside to make that announcement. The programming includes over $500,000 of investments and is free for anyone to attend.
This summer we're going to be in 12 different parks doing our Pistons Neighbors program and 10 parks doing the Kresge's Neighbors program. Events like this impact residents in Detroit substantially by being able to offer free, consistent, quality programs to youth, seniors, I always say 0 to 100 for Detroit residents. So get them outside, recreating, being active, and enjoying their neighborhoods. We have a calendar on our website, DetroitParksCoalition.com, and it shows all of the events and activities that will be happening in the parks this summer.
Some of the programming includes local artists performing in the park, yoga in the park, and partnerships with the Detroit Pistons and the Detroit Public Library. Now, not only Detroit residents can attend this event, but residents from all over the state, even all over the country, can attend. And again, it's free to attend, and the programming begins on June 1st and runs through November 2nd. In Detroit, I'm Ella Pierzecki, Local 4. Diamond Batiste was shot and fatally wounded on November 14th. Today, her family is speaking about her life and is asking the killer to come forward.
She was a daughter, a sister, a niece, a friend. She was my only sister. Diamond was only 18 years old and in good health, and she had so much to live for.
Diamond was with friends on Detroit's east side when shots were fired, fatally wounding Diamond.
Justice!
Justice! That's right. Diamond!
Her family wants justice for Diamond.
We want the truth about what happened, and we want the killer held accountable in a way he or she can't do it again.
To the killer, murderer, I would like for y'all to turn yourself in at least for my birthday so we could get some type of closure.
If you or anyone you know has information about the shooting, you can call 1-800-SPEAK-UP. In Detroit, I'm Ella Pierzecki, Local 4. The Detroit Riverfront Conservancy is now suing its former CFO, who is accused of stealing money from the organization. It's the latest in the scandal surrounding the Conservancy. The lawsuit cites emotional damage inflicted upon the Detroit community who supports the Detroit Riverwalk. As we've reported in the past, former CFO William Smith is accused of stealing nearly $40 million from the Conservancy over a 12-year period. Investigators say he spent the money on items like plane tickets and jewelry. He's facing wire and bank fraud charges. Today, lawyers who filed the civil lawsuit say Smith's family is also at fault, claiming Smith gave his family copies of a credit card loaded with Conservancy money.
So these relatives accepted these cards and they used them. They knew what Smith's income level was. They knew that they were charging exorbitant amounts, and all of those amounts were paid for with the Conservancy's funds. So they are part of the theft of the Conservancy's money.
Also named in the suit, one of Smith's friends, Daryl Greer. Lawyers say Smith confided in Greer before the theft became public, and Smith allegedly asked Greer to accept the transfer of a Detroit home, and Greer agreed. Two companies owned by Smith, as well as one owned by Greer, are also a part of the suit. We're expected to learn more about the suit and hear from Conservancy leaders. More of that at 12:30. Today in Detroit, Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed the general budget for fiscal year 2025. The budget holds large investments in education from preschool to post-secondary. It also has funds for public safety, bringing manufacturing home, and building more affordable housing. Today's signing comes one day after Whitmer signed the education budget, which features free meals for all Michigan public school students. Delta Airlines says it's finally beginning to recover following Friday's global IT outage. In an email to customers this morning, Delta's CEO says delays and cancellations were down 50% on Tuesday compared to Monday, and hopes today's cancellations will be minimal. He went on to say the airline should be fully recovered by tomorrow. Travelers at DTW are seeking improvements. Flight tracking site FlightAware says there have been less than 20 cancellations so far today. 11 of those flights are with Delta. The Detroit Lions are back at it, opening training camp today in Allen Park. The team is looking to show the world they're not just one-year wonders, but legit Super Bowl contenders. Training comes after an offseason full of free agent signings and large contract extensions for some of the team's best players. Our Hobie Artigue has more on the high expectations for the team this year.
Excitement, but also expectation in the air here in Allen Park as training camp gets underway for the Lions. Their first practice just wrapping up this morning as the journey back toward the Super Bowl begins for the Honolulu Blue. This is a Lions team that made history last year, the best season in decades, winning 12 games in the regular season, 2 games in the playoffs, and leading at halftime of the NFL.
Thanks, Hobie. The first preseason game for the team is August 8th against the Giants. They will open the regular season at home on September 8th against Matthew Stafford and the Rams, so that should be interesting. If you need something fun to do today, how about celebrating a very special birthday? The 11th annual Raise the Flag Day, celebrating Detroit turning 323 years old, is happening right now at the Spirit of Detroit. You can scan the code on your screen to find out about the entertainment, and it's free to the public. It's scheduled to run until 6 p.m. tonight. And if you want to learn more about Detroit's history, specifically why Detroit is known for Coney dogs and Coney Islands, we have an article up on Click on Detroit explaining it all. See the role Greek immigrants played in it all and who many claim to be the creator of the Coney dog. Thanks for joining me on this Wednesday afternoon. I'm Ella Pierzecki. I hope you have a great rest of your day.